was it to see that sort of performance out there for the most part?
Yeah, obviously we knew how foul disciplined we had to be tonight, and for the most part, I'm fairly happy with. There's some ones that we'll still talk about, and Jalen does a good job of pushing into people at different times. Cooksey was aggressive the second half, but yeah, I thought. It's the first quarter that you want, right? When we hold a team to 16 or something on their home floor, and it was just the perfect way for us to come out and start. The attention to detail in the scout, and obviously put some points on the board as well. It's still being an issue for us. We just thought we're not shooting the ball well right now, and so to get even the winning cans, we shot the ball poorly, and we shot the ball poorly from three again tonight. So there's a big upside to what we're doing, but I think part of what we wanted to try and achieve in this game as well offensively was to attack the paint more, and the referee's been calling a lot of things in the paint, and Shea got rewarded on drives tonight. He certainly didn't get rewarded around the floor, where I thought what he's getting called for fouls and what he's not getting called for fouls as an offensive player right now is quite ridiculous. And so he's playing at super high level, and he should be rewarded for some of the things he's doing right now.
What was the feeling like when you saw the Kings start to get a bit of momentum and really lock down? And we've seen them do that in the past and come away with wins. What was the feeling there? What was the talk like among the coaches as far as what this Kings team is probably about to do?
Yeah, different groups on the floor. The switching group, the team that wanted to get out and run and attack the rim. Again, I thought we had some reasonable looks through that period, but the part that scared me was, I think we had one turnover for the half, and then had, something like 8 in the second half, and I thought we just threw the ball to them and fueled them a little bit. Was it concerning? Yeah, there's a 14-0 run there. That's always pretty concerning. But yeah, I thought composure at the start of the fourth. That thing's at 6 or 8 or something, and we blow it, we get it back out, go on an 8-0 run ourselves, and I think that's what I'm really proud of in this group today, to say we're under threat and we composed ourselves, and then obviously under threat again, and we execute to get a win. So a lot of positives are coming out of this one.
Who drew up that play at the end to get Delhi in the post and that Chris back there?
Yeah, obviously, everyone, I walked into the timeout and they're like, are we running this? And the coaches were all on the same page about what we were running. Delhi's an elite passer. Obviously a player that can get Whitey open, get Chris open, high percentage shot, short amount of time. Well executed.
Jack, was there anything different out there for you? You obviously scored at a higher rate than you have been over the past few weeks. Did you see anything out there, or was it a personal thing for you to go out there and be a bit more assertive?
I wouldn't say it was so much a personal thing. I think it's just understanding that for us to be at our best, I just need to be aggressive and assertive out there. I think when I'm aggressive, it sort of has good gravity for us and lets other guys get open, and we can get guys in the paint. And that's something that I've definitely tried to, implement today. Probably should have done it a bit more, but really get my foot in the paint and try and draw contact and put pressure on the refs, as has been happening to us. We wanted to make a point of getting to the free throw line more, and we're getting there, and we're limiting them, but still not at the level we want to be that we want to be. But yeah, definitely just wanting to get more stops and be the defensive team we know we can be, and then have that feed into our offense and just play with great pace, space, and freedom. I think that's when we're at our best.
Jack, you said you put up some shots, but 10 of 17 sounds pretty good to me. Throw in 10 rebounds, your 11th double-double of the season. Now, Xavier also had a double-double tonight, but it's a match-up you seem to really enjoy. It clearly brings out some of your best basketball.
It's fun. I've known Xavier for a long time. We're at the AIS together for a little while before he went to college, and someone I've followed his career for a long time, and I love competing against him. He's a great player. Obviously, he has been in this league for a long time, as well as overseas and with the national team, and it's just a fun matchup. So I think just as competitors, you want these sort of games, and especially just the game in general, where you're fighting for second place, and it's got that playoff intensity. These are the games that you play basketball for, where you're on the road and you see what you're made of, and we're in a bit of a rough patch at the minute, and trying to claw our way out of it. And we knew it was going to take everyone, and to have these sort of matchups and be able to come out here with a win and fight their late push at the end of the game is definitely satisfying.
I was going to ask about the final play. Did it seemed to unfold simply? It seemed to unfold easily. Did you expect it to unfold as effectively as it did?
No,
While one of the league's elite defenders was the man trying to stop you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I knew part of the play was obviously the back pick, and Chris set a hell of a screen, and credit to him, and obviously Daly as a passer, as two pretty elite guys to help me, get the bucket. But I was actually worried I was going to smoke the layup. Honestly, I was going to dunk it, then I saw sort of, I think it was Bull, obviously come and try and make a play at it and try to shield it, and yeah, fortunately made it. But I don't get that shot without Daly. First of all, fighting the physicality and getting a good catch, and Chris setting. Probably the best screen of the night. We talk about coming into this game, how are we going to help a teammate? How are we going to make someone else better? And that's, a big-time play from our captain and one of the best scorers in the league and has been for a long time. So credit to those guys. Makes my job a lot easier. I just have to go there and catch a ball and make a layup. But yeah, fortunate that we got the W.
Dilly only had 7 assists to half-time, and his only assist in the second half was a big one for the match winner. But Shea Illy, coach, his 2 top scores this season have been against the Kings. Is there something about this matchup that suits Shea, or is that just coincidence?
Yeah, obviously the matchup against Jalen is something he gets up for as the defensive player of the year. Just trying to make sure he can limit Jalen. Jalen's been playing at such a high level, but I think in our meetings with Shea this week it was about we really need you to push the pace, and for him to get to the foul line 10 times, for us to be 27-9 in fast break points, and I thought he created a lot of those, and we needed people to run with him. I thought Whitey was one of those recipients tonight that he ran with Shea. There's some drop-offs and he finished those, and so he's one guy on our team that can really create advantages and for himself and for others, and did a great job tonight.
Shea Illy and Sean Bruce had a fair bit to say during the game and at full time and post half time. Do you know what they were doing over?
Don't care. No.
Dean, does it change your preparations at all when the Kings have the stuff with Lawrence and Turner today? Obviously, pretty last minute to be cutting a player out of the roster. I'm sure someone you did a lot of film on.
Yeah, we did enough film. I don't think we overdid it on him. It's a tricky one if you haven't practiced too many times and they've been playing well. I thought it was more if he was going to be around. He was just, maybe they throw him out there for a little bit, but I didn't expect that he would play significant minutes. It wasn't going to be what Brisbane did, bringing in their guy and starting him. I didn't think that was going to happen tonight because they've been playing really good basketball. So, I don't understand really what happened with that whole thing, but we didn't need to guard him today.
You spoke about Shilling maybe not getting the calls that you think he should get. I assume you mean when bringing the ball up and on inbounds and things like that. Why do you think he's not getting those, and what can you do to remedy that situation? Yeah,
I just thought, to me, Bull is such an aggressive defender. And to me, when he guarded Chris, there's 2 hands on Chris, and he doesn't have freedom of movement. When Shill's trying to catch an inbound, he's got his arms around his waist. I just don't, and they just didn't call it. And, they reacted all night, I thought, the referees, if someone fell over, but we fall over when we've been hugged and there's no call. And it's such a big possession to not make a call on. I just don't, for whatever reason, he's not getting the respect at the offensive end to get the same calls as other people in the league.
What's the key to carrying this on? Because you had a similar sort of game in Cairns where it was a little bit grimy. You came away with that win, the defensive effort. Similar thing tonight. How do you make sure that you don't fall back into those, the defensive lapses that you've been in over the past few weeks?
Yeah, quick turnaround. We go to New Zealand, play on Monday. Totally different to what we faced with them last time. Taco's something different that everyone's it takes a little time to adjust to, and how do we guard him? I thought we had a really positive game when we went over there and played, and there was one of the games that we had 3 or 4 3 guys out, I think, and one of our real positive wins. So we go over there with a lot of confidence about how we play. For us tonight, it was, those games where we had people out, everyone kind of stepped up. And so the challenge for this group right now is when we've got everybody healthy, what are the step-ups that everybody can make? What are the next things? So, I thought I subbed tonight if I just didn't think we were doing the right things defensively, and I've got to maintain that. If I see any kind of slippages, it's got to be a time out to change coverage or do coverage better, and it's got to be pull people in and out if they're not doing the right things defensively.